All right, here's how you do lesson 6.01 A independent practice. Basically, we're going to be finding the slope of the line. Slope, let me show you this. Slope really means inclination. Well, slope has different meanings, but when you're working with graphs, slopes means inclination. It also means steepness. So that's what I want to find out about this line. I want to know how steep the line is. And the best way to do that is you're going to be drawing like stairs. You're going to draw a staircase. You're going to draw steps to make a staircase with the line, like we did in BR. And basically, I'm going to start all the way on the bottom here. I hope you see this point right there. Okay, and I'm gonna make a staircase. See, I'm gonna make something like this. Okay, that's what I want to make. And the idea is that I'm gonna start in one point, and I'm gonna make a step to the next point, and then I'm gonna make another step to the next point, and I'm gonna make a step to the next point. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna start down here. I'm gonna move to the right, and then I'm gonna go way up here. And then I go again to the right, one, and I'm gonna go straight up. See, I'm making the staircases, all right? And what I'm gonna find out next is I wanna find out how long is the step, we call that the run, and how high is the step, we call that the rise, okay? And every step has a run and a rise. Okay, a run and a rise. That's what I'm going to do here. And the way I'm going to find the run and the rise, I'm going to count how many squares I used to make the run, how many squares I used to make the rise. So when I started at the step down here, I used 1 square to go to the right, and then 3 squares to go up. If you look at the next step, same thing happened. I use 1 step, a 1 block or 1 square to make the run, and 3 squares to make the rise. And then slope is gonna be rise over run. And my rise is 3 and my run is 1. Now, when you're looking at these graphs, you always read the graph from left to right. That's how you read it. And if you look, it seems the line is, when you start on the right, on the left, and you move to the right, it seems the line is going up. Okay? And when the line is going up, that means that the slope is positive. Okay? Now, of course, in math, when you have a fraction that is over 1, we just say the numerator. So this will be 3. That will be the slope, okay, of this line. Let's go to the next one. So here's question number 2. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to make the staircases. Okay, we're going to make steps. We're going to do something like this, okay? And you're going to start on 1 point to make the first step. To the next point. See, from point to point, you're making 1 step. And then from point to point, you're making 1 step. And when you do that, okay, all the steps together make the staircase. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to start with this point. And I'm going to go from that point to the next. So I'm going to move to the right. And then I'm going to go straight up. I didn't like how that line came out. Then I'm going to go straight up. And look, this is my first step. And I can make another step, see? From point to point. And I'm gonna go straight up. Okay, you can see I did 2 steps, all right? I wanna count how many squares are the run of the step. 1, 2, 3, so this is a run of 3. How many squares are in the rise of the step? So 1, 2, so this is 2. When you look at the next step, I have the same thing. 1, 2, 3. So 3 steps is the run. 1, 2, 2 step is the rise. And slope It's going to be rise over run. So my rise is 2 and my run is 3. Okay, and that's the slope of this line. And from left to right, when you read the graph that way, the line is going up. Okay, so that means my slope is positive. Okay, now when the slope is positive, you don't need to put the positive sign. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, so in question number 3, look at the line. Remember, we're making steps, but in this one, instead of making steps from the bottom to the top, see, instead of going up, see, here we're going up. We're gonna have to do it the other way around. We're gonna go down, so we're gonna go like this. So here's one point, here's another one. I'm gonna start making steps going down. See, I'm gonna be doing steps going down. I didn't want to put that dot there. Okay, I'm gonna be doing steps going down. And you're gonna see that the line is going down. So I'm gonna make the steps that way. The good thing is we only have 2 points, so here is what I'm gonna start doing. You can see the line is going down from left to right. Okay, it's going down. So I'm gonna make a step from the top point. I'm gonna make my first step until I can make the first step with the next point. Okay, I don't have any more points, but I'm gonna show you something really neat now. So how many squares I used to make the rise of the first step? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a rise of 5. How many squares I used to make the run? Oh, I only did one. I only used 1 square. Now I know there's no more points, but I can start from here. Look, I'm gonna show it to you in red now. I'm gonna go here, my next point, where I ended, and I can find another point by doing the same slope again. I'm gonna do another step. So I'm gonna do a rise of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means we're gonna go all the way there. And then a run of 1. Okay, so 1. And if I want, I can put another point here. You can see the point is on top of the line like the other 2 ones. Okay, and you can see my rise is 5 and my run is 1. Okay, so what will be my slope? My slope, which is rise over run, okay, it will be 5 over 1. Now, because the line is going down, the slope is going to be negative. Okay, but remember, when you have a fraction where the denominator is 1, you're just going to write the numerator. So my final answer will be -5. Okay, here the slope was going down. We were going down the stairs. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, here's question number 4. Again, we want to find the slope of this line. Again, if you read the graph from left to right, you can see the line is going down. So our steps, we're gonna build it like this. Okay, that's how we're gonna build the steps. Here is, I'm gonna start with the top point, and we're gonna go down and then to the right to get to the next point, which is this one right here. So I'm gonna go down and then to the right to get to the other point. Here's my first step. How many squares I use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I use 5 squares here. How many squares I use for the run? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. And if I want to put another dot, I will do another step from this point. Okay, so let me change the color of my pen, and I can do the same thing. I'm gonna do a rise of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna go straight down like that. And then I'm gonna count 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see, look where I ended. And that point right there is on top of the line, like the other 2 points. Okay, so you can see we have a rise of 5 and a run of 4. And don't forget that the slope is, the way you calculate the slope is rise over run. So my rise is 5, my run is 4, but because the line is going down from left to right, okay, that means my slope is negative. And that's how we do the slope of this line. Let's go to the last one. And here's question number 5. Same thing. I wanna calculate the slope. To calculate the slope, check where the line is going. Is it going up? Is it going down? When you're looking at the graph, you always read the graph from left to right, and you can see that the line is going up. Okay, we're going up. And we are going up. That means we're going to start on the bottom point and we're going to start making stairs like this. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing. And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to start with this point and I want to get to the point above, making a step, a stair, a step of the staircase. And I'm going to go 1 to the right and then I'm going to go up. You can see I counted 1 square in the run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares for the rise. And I'm going to double check if I did it good because I now want to get to the next point up here. And the step should be the same rise and run. So we're going to go 1 to the right. And you can see when I go up, I counted 5 squares. So my slope here, which is rise over run, okay, is going to be 5 is the rise, 1 is the run. The line is going up, so it's positive, but you don't need to write the positive sign when it's positive. Okay, so let me take it out. And when the fraction is over 1, just write the numerator. Okay, and that's how you do the slope. I hope this helps.